You are a lemon whipped cream pie with extra friendship. Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. I do have my cool, slick, cypherpunk, robotic thingamajig glasses on. I've selected the color green because that is the emoji of BT coin today. Still sitting at $68,200. And we are now going to sit forever and ever and ever until finally the crypto market decides to grace us with some sort of big move that can finally leave this zone that we've been speaking about since forever. Now, I want you to pay attention to this green weekly candle closing up here, friends. It is very significant because look what it does. When it closes up here, it has a stab. You see that? Every time it closed a week in this zone, it starts to have a stab. It closed up here, have a stab. This is now, I mean, like it even had a stab here, but it came back down. This is like the 5th time it's actually having a proper shot for the title to finally give us some epic friendship. Now, what's going on in altcoin world? Well, pretty much, fans, you know exactly what you're getting at here. There's like lots of volatility. Here's PulseChain altcoins. You have all these coins moving around. There's all these different narratives that swap around. So everything's just sitting and chilling out. We need Bitcoin to start, showing us the goods. We need to start cranking up above maybe $80,000 or $100,000. Once people start to see that, once they start to see these big fat green monthly candles just shooting up towards 80, 90, 100, then we can get in that next big wave, which is hopefully going to translate to lower Bitcoin dominance, higher Ethereum, and everything else we're waiting for. What would that look like on the chart, by the way? So I have a post here just from Morad, friends, because Morad, he used to have 140,000 followers. Now he's got like 320,000. So he's added 180,000 people following him. So he's obviously gone viral. Of course, meme coin Jesus. And when you're looking at it, look, as much as I want all of these targets to hit, you all know I've been teaching you for 2-3 years. Okay, well, whatever the crowd is, divide it by 3, okay? Maybe you just got to divide it by 2 in some cases, but if you divide it by 3, at least you're in the mindset, oh, I shouldn't be buying up here, I should be selling. So here is one of his charts. It doesn't show what the chart is, just showing you, he goes, this is what he thinks meme coins are going to do. He thinks we're going to have a big hyper wave into like the end of this year. Maybe that's the Bitcoin 100K zone. Then we're going to do something poopy, who knows? Maybe there's some poopiness, and then he pretty much thinks there's going to be a final blow off. And this might be anywhere from like 50 to 200 billion for meme coins. That's what he has. Now, as much as I want this, and look, friends, I'm just going to tell you right now, what I've been telling you, okay, be careful of those targets because, look, you just need people's targets to be huge, man. Just divide them by 3. Because, look, even if you have 100 billion market cap, divide them by 3 for meme coins, 30 is still big. And by the way, people will be buying 30 with a lot of volume and liquidity. They'll be punching it there hard because they think it's going to 100. Just like how there was plenty of volume at 64K Bitcoin, wasn't there? That's why Michael Saylor could do a leverage long $1 billion worth. He wanted to do a leverage long up the top, right? And that's also, friends, it's kind of interesting as well. When you're looking at like altcoins and things now, it's funny. You can't exit now. Crypto is a long duration asset. There's not enough liquidity. There's not enough trading volume. There's not enough speculation. It's actually funny how it works. It's easier for you to exit at higher prices than it is to exit here. It really is, okay? Because at higher prices, especially like if we do this, okay, if we do this zone has a lot of volume, okay? Especially up here. Let's say it never even hits there. Let's say this is 100 billion for a coin. Let's say there's 50 billion here, okay? Let's pretend it never even gets there. If we just get up here, like this will just have a lot of volume and trading, and everyone will be like going, I need to get that final 2 to 3x to make it, because that's what people will do. They'll be putting on leverage and stuff. That's just what happens, right? I mean, like, look, everyone knows about cycles. Everyone knows about how these markets work. Michael Saylor went and threw in billions of dollars of leverage as Bitcoin went to 50, 60K, okay? So like 7x above his entry. Okay, so he bought it like $9,000 or $10,000. Yeah, so after 5 or 6x above his entry, he started doing in turbo leverage, right? This is what obviously Morad said. 2 more bullish parabolas. Humans underestimate exponentials. Yeah, it's very possible. Also, shout out to LilDonDon and the Apu family, man. They got some fire memes. This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Oh, man. I just love, man, Twitter, man. I swear, Twitter. It's like 99.9% of what people say, totally junk, irrelevant. But the stuff that's good, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. It's like comparing all the human knowledge and then you have something of like the Bible. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just amazing. Just the things that people post that just catch your attention. And also, that's why I have the highest value content in crypto, friends. I find stuff off Twitter and I'm like, hey, we'll like this. You know what I mean? Just it's keeping you in the game, man. That's the most important part. Also, shout out to Mr. Hexidon. Mr. Hexidon, if you're listening, sir, you have an amazing artwork talent. Amazing. I love your DickWifButt stuff. Like, they are absolutely amazing. I save them, man. They're 3D. There's shadows. I know it's like it's photo chopping. Like, it's a lot of effort putting in. It's very, very nice. So obviously, this big fat green candle. Also, shout out to Mr. Soul Haze. Love the glasses. What is a Jeet stack? The one new. Is it an IG? So, Mr. Soul J. So, a Jeet stack is, just to clarify, a Jeet stack is basically, I'm trying to help you before the mania appears. So what I've said to do is, let's whatever your portfolio is, try to get, it could be any amount of money, anywhere from like 1% to 10% of your portfolio stack. Try to get that in cash savings or something somewhere else. Try to add that in. Let's say you had $10,000 in your wallet. You just say 10 grand in there. Okay, what I'll do is I'm like, okay, do I have $2,000 of savings else out there to put into markets now? What I would do is add in that $2,000, okay? Not into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's obviously too big, okay? There's not enough high return in it. It's too safe. I would be buying in my Jeet stack here. When Bitcoin hits 100K-ish in this zone, I'd have deployed into some altcoins. I mean, for example, you do PulseChain, PulseXX. Everyone can choose whatever they want. But in this zone, you would be taking profit just on your Jeet stack. Okay, so if you had 10 grand, you leave that aside, you put 2 grand in a Jeet wallet. Let's say you threw in 2 grand into stuff. Let's say they give you a 5x. Maybe they give you a 5x from today. You have to take it out. Okay, your Jeet stack is to be taken out here. Why? That's because what I saw here is when Bitcoin dropped 30%, altcoins dropped 80. Pretty much 80% of the move given back. So if Bitcoin does a big move up here and things do like a 5x, if it comes back down here by the middle of next year, I want people to have paid themselves so they can, like, you can at least take money and you can sit through this pain, because people are going to say it's over, okay? And it's not going to feel good. A lot of people are going to say it's over. They're going to say, hey, Bitcoin hit 100K. It's a big round number. It's completely over. It's not going to be easy. The price is not going to go down and just give you this free lunch where you get to walk around and say, oh yeah, sweet, the bull market is definitely still on. No. The crowd is going to believe that the bull market is over, okay? And then we might have something that pops up like this, maybe, okay? But you have to get to this part here. So if you're paying yourself something here and you just take out some profit with a Jeet stack, maybe you have bills to pay, maybe you've got a credit card loan, maybe you have auto, maybe just psychologically been in this game for too many years, just something that makes you pay that you could leave the rest aside, right? Because friends, I know what happens, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some nice gentle angel music just to clarify. I know what happens, okay? As we get closer and closer towards the end and prices going up or not even not moving sideways, people lose their minds more. The anxiety is too high. And then people's friends and family of the real world, they convince them to get out. And they say, hey man, this thing you've been holding for 3 years hasn't done anything. It's still making you upset. What are you doing? Come and buy real estate. Real estate's real. Yeah, come and buy real estate, you know. These types of plebs have absolutely no idea what's going on. Altcoins grow at 55% per year, okay, but you have to hold 5 years, all right, and we'll be willing to. And then real estate is growing at 5 to 10% per year. And yes, they do let you leverage on it. However, if they drop 10%, you're pretty much wiped out. And everyone loses their job at the same time and everything gets destroyed, okay? So altcoins are amazing because you have spot exposure. You don't need leverage, okay? But that's why I'm just telling you, if you pay yourself for that, you don't have to listen to that garbage of everyone out here because they don't know what's going on, okay? If they were so smart, why aren't they retired? Ask yourself that. Now, the Bitcoin channel is pretty much, it's almost done, man. Like, technically, we are out of the channel, but whatever, okay? It's really, really here. We're knocking on the door. I've already covered for you that the Russel 2000, friends. I remember seeing from BCB as I covered, it's going to do this grindy, it might do this grindy part around here, then boop, and start to go up. And then basically we have that zone here. We can finally go up. We're all waiting for the US stocks to finally confirm that, yes, US is not going in a recession and bears are pooped. Funny enough as well, the global liquidity index is going down, friends. This is it. Tick, 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 tick down. Man, they're moving numbers around, friends. I know how they work, okay? You're looking at a couple of Excel sheets, okay? And if they think too many people are looking at it, all right, sweet. They just start moving money around to other places and make the stuff go down. They don't show you all that data. So they have to pump the markets. That's it. Now, I'm going to give you the bullets of today before we go deeper, friends. So shout out to Mr. Woofy, who has made a mogged version of a female Sommi with giant bazookas. Sommi is contrarian. Sommi thinks only irrational people can survive the crypto market, not normal people. We have to hodl our nuts like squirrels. Yes, 100% true. Okay, it's just fun. He's got the nice little mog glasses touch. I've actually put them on right now so we can feel what's going on in the market, friends. Soy boys will be mogged. Everyone's going to get mogged. Now, the ECB, right, and the EU have declared war on Bitcoin. I'm going to go through that a bit shortly. So ECB, friends, is the European cuck bank, and the European Union is not actually the European Union. It's the Estrogen Union. We have more giant VC unlocks coming to plague crypto as well. Yeah, friends, they're big, man. You know, this is wild. Okay, I'll give you more data later. There's $100 billion of token unlocks from VC coins. New meme coins are only 11 billion. Okay, so VC unlocks. So just think about this. Think about how much work and stress and effort we needed to take meme coins, new meme coins, not including Doge and Chip, new meme coins. How much work and effort we needed to get them from 0 to 11 billion. Okay, these VCs at today's prices, by the way, not including growth, today's prices, they are giving themselves $100 billion of dollar value with their unlocks. Okay, so obviously something's gonna break. Okay, something's going to break, okay? We don't know what it's going to be. Is memes going to do 50x and they get their money out? Or are their VCs just going to go down and we rotate and they all rotate into memes? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they don't rotate at all, but they're going to have to eventually capitulate, okay? The meme coins, right? As I said, that's very important. When you start from 0 and you grow organically, you have rewarded people early. I mean, like, that's also one of the reasons why. Friends, if you're curious, I mean, like, the answer's always here, right? Even if you go to Hex, use Hex as an example. A lot of people, they thought Hex was just Richard Hart bots. If you go check all the streams and comments, people thought, and that's what I thought at the start, but I didn't really know. I was just hearing it from other people. They were saying all of the spamming and all the messaging of Twitter and Telegram were Hex bots. People thought they were actually just paid Richard Hart, people they paid for bot farms and people to come spam. But actually, it wasn't that, friends. So much disbelief. It's because the coin did a 100x. This move, if you check it out, this move here is a 125x. You see that? Once you reward people with this 100x, they have the opportunity to buy, and you start moving up so much, people naturally want to come and join the movement. That's what's happened. That's what happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up naturally, organically. It went from meme to cult to religion, okay? So, obviously, this was Hex, designed to do a 10,000x, right? That was its meme. That was literally its meme, designed to be a better Bitcoin. Then it did this. Okay, now you have a cult potential. Okay, this is what we're looking at right now. So these VC coins, they don't have that though. Okay, they don't have that because they pay themselves. They get listed on the exchange cabal, which is Bybit, Binance, and Coinbase or whatever. They get listed on there. They're dumping on retail and they're exiting, man. They don't give a crap. They don't give a crap if they're not going to be around the next bear market. They literally don't care. They're paying themselves millions and millions. They've given themselves so much more tokens. If you compare to 2017 ICO mania, where the coins used to be handed out 50% to the community, now they're only 5%. So VCs, right, they're giving themselves 10 times more tokens than Ethereum, okay? And like it's 20 times more if you compare to Bitcoin, but that's a bit unrealistic, right? But yeah, they see 10 times more tokens. So these people, instead of like taking a $40,000 payment, for example, over a 90-day period, they're taking $400,000. They're giving themselves 10 times many tokens. Also, what's been going around in crypto today, scammers are pretending that AI has created a token and then they are dumping on the public after they buy in. So yes, this is 100% happening. So there's this narrative, friends, that they're trying to really, you see these, man, these narratives, they trap people because the coins go up. And look, we might get a big one. We might get a big one. Okay, you saw with that, the goatsy, friends. So there's been no confirmation if it's like totally AI. Okay, I really doubt it is, man, because someone who's able to do that, I'm sure they should be able to do some other stuff as well, if you know what I mean. They probably, yeah, it just kind of makes no sense. We just fluke at this one time and nothing goes wrong, right? It feels like they would have to do this a few times and then tweak a few things, but that's what it is. There's AIs, they talk to each other, they fund each other's wallets using crypto. So when we talk about crypto and AI, friends, it's AI will be using crypto because it's a decentralized wallet on the internet that it can control, right? It's money. It doesn't need a bank account, right? But what people are thinking AI is going to be used for is we're going to use it the way ChatGPT uses it, which is in terms of like having a database and all these other things. And that's why it's all really, it's a right curve narrative. And it's because NVIDIA's in the spotlight and everything out here. Yeah, obviously it's going to pump, friends. The mind share, it's memes and AI. That's basically the two biggest things. People want memes, people want AI. AI, there are less to choose from. But, you know, we'd have to participate in something. Like, for example, remember Clip Finance, fans? Clip Finance, I mean, it's got 2 million TVL now. Yeah, so it's a working product. It's great. I think because there's such low liquidity on the USDC pool, you earn 130% on your USDC. That's awesome, right? And there's $36,000 earning it. So if you have 10 grand, you want to earn yield, you do that. But obviously, if you only have 10 grand, I'd be just throwing it into altcoins itself. Remember, it's a staggered release as well. So yeah, some of these things work, some of these things don't. We're going to have to see how popular they grow. I've also written here, right, grifters are trying to start narratives of AI religion. So that's pretty much what they're trying to do. Everyone's just trying to start a narrative that AI is like this self-terminated bot somewhere, and they've made a coin, and this is the coin ticker, and people are joining. And the AI, what they do is as well, there's an element out there. It has access to Twitter, and it starts shilling and promoting stuff and posting stuff. So it's doing like the human work of making a meme coin and everything going out here. This is very interesting. It is very cool, okay? This is more ads post, friends. I'll talk about the meme coins from before. Look at this. Altcoins are $100 billion, including 155 billion of upcoming unlocks. Wow. So, friends, I understated accidentally. Altcoins are currently 100 billion. There is 155 billion of upcoming unlocks if you include them. My gosh. Look at new meme coins, 11 billion. Now, the difference between these is most of these coins, most of them, they earn their right to be there. And most of these coins here did not earn their right to be. They don't. It was just hand-me-downs from just token handouts. And yes, and I guess we'll see how the market plays it out, right? I've also written here, we should all be 10x higher based off today's valuations. Look, it doesn't even matter what the coin does. It's clearly people are motivated by one thing. Doesn't matter, right? You actually see, friends, we're probably like, you know how Richard Hart did? Maybe pumps a bag, rewards community members, and they shield because he literally emulated Bitcoin. That's what Bitcoin did, okay? No one else has done that. They don't do that, okay? Meme coins and altcoins, and look at Pika and everything. We have to grow organically. We don't have a billionaire to help. And that's what everyone's been doing. That's great, right? However, it does make you think about how people are going to try engineer this in the next cycle. So they'll probably see these communities, they'll probably have more models of this. That's what I think is going to happen. They'll think, oh, if I start up a coin and I have $50 million in my bank account, okay, and I'm trying to make a yield of like 4x, right? I have to like start, someone might do this more formulaic, right? Where they start in, and then they buy the coin up. But here's the thing as well. Richard Hart raised money in Ethereum ICO. We just don't know how much he spent to bootstrap it at the start. You see all these quirks and stuff? That's why there's a lot of unknowns. But that's why we get such big rewards. Because no one knows if this thing's going to work or not. Now, Brent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for you some nice Frankie G. Check this out. So I'm going to show you just what's coming in this bull market, okay? This is going to blow your mind. Mini Doge in 2021, friends, in 7 days, it launched from zero, hits 100 million market cap. 7 days. Launches zero, 7 days later, 100 million market cap. Okay? Look at that. Absolutely insane. Mini Doge on Binance. That's all it was. It's not Doge, it's Mini Doge. That's wild. Okay, I can show you something even more wacky. Shout out to the baby doll who gave me this, by the way, in my Telegram. It was Mr. Novi. Mr. Novi Audi Seclorum. This is wild, friends. Look at this. Eternal market cap. Eternal, the coin. 3.87 billion market cap in 70 days. Yes, you heard that right. This is the chart here. I'm just going to put it for you on a normal chart. Oh my gosh. Friends, this is it. This is a month. This is 2 months. Oh my gosh. What the hell? So even look at this. Imagine you're in from here. Oh man, that's wild. Let's say you bought this thing at 10 million. Friends, At like 200 million, you're like, dude, I just made a 20x in a week. A 20x in a week on a 10 million market cap coin. You think you're out. Then from that point you get out, it does another 15x. Imagine you put 10 grand. Now you have 200. You're like, sweet, I get out. But knowing if you just held it again, you have 3 million. Oh, man, that's the type of stuff that happens in a bull market, friends. That's what it is. This is crazy. Look, bang, 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 bang. This is so risky, man. Look at that. But look at the risk. If you miss the week, it drops 90% in a week. You see that from 3.8 billion down to 380 million. So it's musical chairs. You missed the. If you hold the bit too late, that's it. 3 days too late. Precisely, you're down 90%. Okay. Amazing and wild things happen in a bull market. Yes. And that's all the built up, pent up demand. By the way, that return from them, it's not even the exact return, but even on by the end of a daily chart, that's daily chart, right? You get a 1,400x in, man, that's 70. That's crazy. But see what I mean? Like these numbers, friends, they've been throwing around. This is November 2021. You just get to see how, but when I'm looking at stuff like Pika and DickWifButt, friends, I'm just giving you as proxies for like, you know, PulseChain altcoins. When you're looking at this is only its 10 million market cap, so you got to ignore this one. 90% it's burned. This 10 million, man, I have it here. I just wrote 400 million just because it like looks okay. The 400 million is nice. Hopefully the ecosystem is a billion. I'm just showing you like these things, man, friends. These coins were literally nothing in 2021. Okay, you know when you say, oh, mini Doge. They literally, you know, all they had. It was just Telegram and people were just linking, oh, there's just random Chinese people. I'm not even joking, just random country, Asian people just joining all these things, buying dog coins and stuff, okay? And then things just went absolutely wild. And DickWifButt as well is at 5 million. So there's heaps on PulseChain altcoins. That's why like these things, man, they're freaking, oh man, that's crazy. Because by that point, okay, what I'll show you is how I look at this stuff. So I'm going to go to Binance Coin. Okay. What I'm going to do is just go to Binance Coin and BNB. Yes. And I'll change it to market cap. And what I'll do is I'll just show you the max of what it looked like. So we were in November 2021. Look at what was happening here. So these big numbers, see, this was around the zone when all the things were happening. So look at Binance's market cap. It was around 50 and it peaked at 100 billion. You see that? The 50 to 100 billion mark. And look at the numbers that was happening. Well, if you go and say, look at PulseChain. So I'll go to GoPulse now. If you look at PulseChain, PLS is only 800 million. You see? And if you include Hex and all these, it's around 2 to 3 billion. So in the most conservative, if you have to add up all the coins to get the same relative metric as everything else, if the spears, okay, so if you add up Hex, Pulse, Hex. Okay, remember, I'm being really conservative on this one for a reason. If it does around they're around 2.5 to 3 billion. If they do around a 15x, man, we're gonna get that stuff that you just saw. You're gonna have stuff launches at zeros, 100 million market cap in like 7 days. You're gonna see something go to a couple of billion. And by the way, these were the Ponzi musical chair ones. There were actually stuff that was there of that size that wasn't Ponzi stuff. You had like things like FLOKI, which is actually, friends, it's hard to find the FLOKI market cap chart, but luckily for you, I've got this great information here. This is big, okay? So FLOKI, friends, they start off a new contract. However, why is FLOKI amazing? So, okay, this is it. So FLOKI, it is actually amazing coin, friends. It really is. I've actually got the information here. FLOKI, the dev dumped it at the start. I remember FLOKI was the name of Elon Musk's dog, and then you had the Shiba Inu and Doge stuff in 2021. So FLOKI, I have the information here. FLOKI, you have all these charts. I don't know if it launched on Ethereum or Binance, but here's the thing. So FLOKI today is around 1.5 to 2.5 billion. So what you can actually do is, man, this is what you really got to know this chart, man. This is, remember, friends, I told you, out of 500 coins from last cycle, only 5 made it back to their all-time high. FLOKI is one of them. FLOKI, obviously, I'm not saying touch it now. Of course, it's too late. But look at this chart, man. Look what FLOKI was able to do, man. It literally, it dropped. This is freaking insane, man. It dropped minus 98%. And then it ran all the way back up. Like, it just, what the hell? This is absolutely freaking insane. This is what a run up, friends. Did like a 50x back to the top. So this is around a 1.5 to 2.5 billion. I think this is 2.5 billion. Remember I showed you the chart up here. So I can't get the past data because they may move to a new contract, I think. So just to show you, Binance being 50 to 100 billion, it had like a premier meme coin, the biggest meme coin. It was FLOKI. I think it was FLOKI. If someone can please correct me, I don't know if FLOKI launched on Binance. Maybe it launched on Ethereum, but it's just showing you this type of the type of mania that was happening around that. And if you're looking at PulseChain, you get to see why. Okay, if PulseChain hits 15x higher from here, right, and it gets to, it's just where Solana and BNB are, we have to have an ecosystem that mimics everything else, because that's what happens. Ethereum is that size. Everything happens like that. Man, and that's why everyone's trying to compete for that. That's what we're trying to do. Even like not just Poker Center, Tangang, Hexi Bastard 9-inch, Atropa ecosystem. You have, and maybe I forgot someone, but yes, all these friends, everyone is trying to just build safe, good communities that can hold the ground when all the adoption stuff comes in. And the new adoption and all those people, they'll make new stuff too. They will make new stuff too. So that's why you're buying this real estate early. You really are. There's a huge opportunity for these things to reprice much higher. Now, friends, remember the Estrogen Union Bank. I have just some comments here we're going to read from them, because this is the type of stuff that's been going on, and I think they're probably going to have to capitulate, and then at the next bear market they come back in. So shout out to Marky Boo here. Marky Boo, right? We're going to read his comment here. He goes, I've actually got their comments as well. So Europe seems to be preparing for a war on Bitcoiners. Higher cap gains on Bitcoin in Italy. So Italy, they raise their taxes on Bitcoin. It's like a soft ban, right? From 25% to like 42%. It's like huge. It's disgusting. There is a proposed exit tax in the Netherlands. You get no mortgage in the UK if you made the money for your real estate in crypto. He says that's from his personal experience. So if you made money from crypto, they won't give you a loan. They go, hey, how did you get assets of like, of $1 million to do this? Oh, it's stored in Bitcoin. We're not giving you the loan. Yes, scum they are. So the European Cuck Bank, the ECB, is telling no coiners that Bitcoiners are keeping them poor. So by the way, friends, we've known about this for a long time. This is what the government's going to do. Once you have a competition, you're saying, oh, they're actually scamming you. They're the ones keeping you poor, right? He goes, that last one is truly unbelievable. The early adopters were simply smarter or spent more time on Bitcoin, and they were just willing to take more risk. Now they are getting vilified for it. Very dangerous that these are the words from the ECB. It sounds more like the communist Chinese central bank to me. The Overton window is quickly shifting against Bitcoiners and against wealthy people in general. I have heard from a number of people in the Netherlands who hold Bitcoin that they are getting a bit worried about the changing regulations. If Bitcoin should double or triple in 2025, I would not be surprised to see more politicians turning against BTC and trying to tax it excessively. Be prepared. This is their white paper, right? The distributional consequences of Bitcoin. This new paper is a true declaration of war. The ECB claims that early Bitcoin adopters steal economic value from latecomers. I strongly believe authorities will use this Luddite argument to enact harsh taxes on banks. So this is obviously completely false, friends, because saying new people steal of anything, well, guess what? Your children are also suckers if you use that type of terminology, because you've already got the assets. We're producing more people. They have to go work as slaves, and them being slaves, they're occupying a city, making the Metcalfe's law even more stronger network effect, and they have to work for dollars. They're boosting up your value. So if you take this nihilistic view, you can say that pretty much about anything. He also, Mr. Tur also says, rather than praising Bitcoin as a tech paradigm shift, and like petroleum and the internet, the authors introduced the blatantly Luddite argument that early adopters increase their real wealth and consumption at the expense of latecomers. So that is obviously garbage. Friends, it's kind of funny. Even Willy Woo said this. So they're literally discussing the Cantillon Effect, but they're pretending it happens in Bitcoin and not them. So remember, the Cantillon Effect is so when they print money, whoever gets to spend it first wins. Yes, and it kind of makes sense, right? Because then you get to, they print money, they put it on thin air, people, they grab it, or the ECB grab it, or everybody else, or their cronies, they get to go buy real estate, assets, and everything else. They get to buy the scarce assets. And that's obviously why Bitcoin was invented by Satoshi. He's like, wow, you guys are all insider crooks. We have to make a currency using technology that you guys can't print. That's the whole power of crypto and blockchain. Now, friends, I'm going to throw one of the most bullish news of all. But this hurts. Okay, so actually it's breaking news. Okay, it's breaking news. What I'm gonna do, I have to play some. Look, I was gonna play some angel music, but we're gonna have to play some Cranky G. We're gonna play an extended pump. It's gonna be extended, friends. Let's enjoy this green candle. Breaking news. After 3 years of holding, one of my friends just dumped all his crypto. He's rage quit. Okay. Didn't talk to me about it. Didn't mention it. Every time we've spoken, he seems fine. Every single time. Seems fine. Oh, okay, this is normal. I don't know why. He literally just rage quit out. And I think he was holding around 10 coins. He had like Cardano, XRP, Chainlink. Just had this. He has like the big markups, you know, whatever's on centralized exchanges, pretty much like 10 coins there. And he basically said, it like a quote. So I haven't had a chance to speak to him. So someone told me, okay. He said, F it, truck it. I'm out. I'm not made for this. And then he said like Sommi, pretty much. He goes, I can't keep watching it go up and down like he does all day. Okay, so that's pretty much what he says. F it, I'm out and not made for this. I can't keep watching it go up and down all day. So I haven't had a chance to speak to it, man. I don't ever want to at this point because that might be the signal, friends. We might actually just start going turbo up now. I'm actually shocked. He's not the type of person to rage quit anything, by the way. He's a very kind, passive man. I think he had around like 10, 18 grand in there. And here's the thing, I think it used to be like 8, 9, then everything had just doubled off the low from a year ago. So now it's like 17, 18, and like it's not like it's down. I think he's actually up a bit, but he's holding for 3 years, man. That just kills everyone. And I've written here, I believe now we are destined to pump. He held through literally everything else. Japan, Pokemon Island, screw it. Corrupt SEC, screw everything. He's not in PulseChain core coins, by the way. He hasn't touched any of them. Just because these people don't know how to use wallets and stuff. You know, a lot of people, they literally just want to use a centralized exchange. So I really think now it's time to moon. And I'm just going to show you the others BTC chart. So just think about it, dude, you're literally, bro, you are like, oh my gosh, man. Look, you're selling. I've got to show you the real chart. Look at this. This is the others BTC, friends. I've just removed my pirate treasure chest. Like you've had a bottom. Like you just, he's I can't believe it. He's out here. You're out here, man. Like it's just, do you really, really, really want to get out? Do you really want to get out? You know what's happening in my mind? Silly me. I always think that when people sell, they walk away forever. It's just for some reason, I think everyone thinks like me, where they're like, oh, I'm definitely done. Well, I'm a decisive person like that. But silly me, I get it wrong. I keep forgetting, oh, what am I talking about? They're going to come buy back in once it starts going up. They're just going to buy it higher. And they'll put in more size. Because in real, see, friends, I tell you people do it. But when it comes to people I know, I don't think, because you know them. You're like, oh, is that person really going to come buy? Yes, he's the crowd. Everyone's the crowd. Everyone's the crowd together. Everyone's the market together. So, I mean, I'll let you know when he comes back in. I don't think he's going to be like a massive top signal or anything, but it's just, oh, wow, it started going up again. Like, if it's just, I almost hope he asked me about it. So I'm like saying, you know, that's what markets do, right? They literally wait for you to finally give up. Then they don't just start crawling up. They literally just go up only right after that point. Checked out this AI thing as well, friends. Remember earlier we spoke about the AIs. The AIs are getting really good at selling those new AI tokens they created. So you see this? This is charting of the Dev wallet. Look, Dev sold 1.3 million tokens. They sold for 15K profit. This is obviously on Solana, Pump Fund Trash. You see that, friends? Just, oh, wow, it goes in like, man, that's what they're all doing, man. These people, look, there's a difference between what you and I are doing together and what these Pump Fund, JPEG, Scum, Dev, Jeets are doing, okay? What you and I are doing are literally believing, okay? We wake up every day and we say, not selling. That's it, not selling. I don't see enough euphoria, not selling, not high enough. That's what we're doing, okay? We believe. And we've been tested, friends. We've been doing this, what? Been doing this since 2022. And even with these altcoins that appeared, even altcoins that appeared new this year, Okay, you've had stuff like PDI has rinsed a lot of people. DickWifButt, Landwolf 615, all these examples. Okay, Pika, all these things have rinsed people, and we're still here. We're still here because we believe. Okay, that is completely different to what these scum are doing. What these scum are doing is they're launching stories and launching narratives, and they're literally exiting within a day. They're selling within a day. By day 2 or day 3, they're like mostly out. See how scum that is, dude? Like they're thinking in terms of hours and days. I'm not even joking. Hours and days, not even weeks. Not even weeks. Like they're out within 1 week. We are thinking in months and years. We are thinking in years. You know, like think about it, like even from last year, even from beginning of this year, I'm saying, well, you know, traditionally the year after the Bitcoin halving is when things start to go pretty much ballistic. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen because we thought, you know, maybe there could have been a new a left translated cycle. And also, as I'm scrolling through this post, friends, if I go down here, we have Sommi fan tokens. We must avoid them at all costs for the love of friendship. I'm sure this friend's my AI head has been. I look like Ansem. This is Ansem with someone else's skills and my face. Man, that's crazy. So we're gonna. It's actually crazy, man. So AI friends, it's gonna do some wacky stuff. I already know the first thing people are gonna do with AI, and it's gonna be adult films. 100% sure. If you're paying for credits on AI films, you probably don't want to waste your money putting my head on some chick. But you know, no, someone's eventually gonna do it. That's like what they're gonna do, friends. People are gonna start putting people's faces on other people's bodies. And it's gonna be for adult films. It's like everything starts into everything. It's always that type of the sex industry that somehow that just gets this bleeding edge type of product market fit. Like the robots. What are the first thing people are gonna do for robots? They're already building them right now. Like, oh, we need a sex robot. We need a girlfriend or wife robot for lonely dudes out there. So I don't know why, but if you think about it from the perspective of these people have no one, they'll pay any price just to have somebody, some human contact. It kind of makes sense from that perspective. Last thing, are we on the right track, friends? Are we on the right track? Shout out to my friend, Mr. Custard. He showed me this chat interaction between, and look, I have to use the word Midcurvers, okay? I have to use Midcurvers. I have to, because I'm not going to start to be nice when these people called me a scammer and a grifter and meme coins are stupid and everything you touch is stupid. When these types of people call us those names, we remember them, man. We remember them, okay? So when things turn around, we're not going to go easy on them. We won't, okay? Obviously, the friendship door is always open, but you're going to be called the midcurver because you are a midcurver. Because if the roles were reversed, what would they be doing? They would continue to say, you're a grifter, you're a scammer, hey, corrupt SEC, let's go tag the corrupt SEC, let's send the police after these people. That's the type of scum things they do. Look at this, okay? The cope is real. Look at this interaction. John Silver, 2024 is so weird. Only memes pumping. Such a weird market. Cry more. ETH is not pumping. That's the problem. I don't care for the rest. No, they don't. Thousands of meme coins are made per day. Almost all die shortly after the launch. The success rate is abysmal. It's just that the tiny number of wins get the headlines. Here's the thing, man. You could all be right. You could all be true. But what you're saying, they're just words, okay? Words, friends, aren't enough to tell you how the future is going to play out. Do you get that? See how these people, they're thinking about now. You notice that? I'm never thinking about now. I'm thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about, okay, how do I price in the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months? I'm always thinking about that, right? So these people, this type of interaction, it's people thinking about now. Now. Okay, it's more scarcity mindset stuff. Scarcity mindset is let's think about now because tomorrow might not even come, and I can get my Ethereum yield now. And Ethereum already has a big white paper, and Vitalik's got a giant alien head and stuff. Everything okay, sweet. But the future is going to play out. If it plays out in a way where memes go up, people are not going to sit down with their calculator and go, wow, there are 9 million memes, but only these 58 are moving. I'm not going to play that game. See, they see all the information you're seeing, but they don't walk out of the casino. What they do is They take off their shirt, grab a beer, and then they gamble harder. That's what they end up doing. And when they do it long enough, it invites other people to come gamble with them. That's what we've seen happens. That's the crowd buying highs. So as meme coins continue to rise and memes, cults, religions, all these things, it will probably get such like a vortex whirlwind that just sucks everybody in like a black hole and get everyone to basically participate in them in one way or another. So that seems to be, so far, unless there's some big technological innovation that comes out that wipes it, it seems to be that's what's happening. And you're not going to get these people who are going to, let's say PulseChain, they're bridging into PulseChain. They're not going to come and scan 480,000 communities and coins. They're not going to do that. What they're going to do is they're just going to go, oh, I recognize that coin, I'm getting in. And they will look for a narrative. They will look for a narrative. I repeat, they will look for one. They'll make one up. They'll literally make one up. Maybe Richard's only deployed 30,000 ETH out of 170,000. Maybe Pika on PulseChain is like 400 million market cap. They will be buying it, saying, well, a meme coin, Pepe's 100 billion. Morad's coins are like 40 billion. This thing should be able to hit 1 billion. Yeah, it's easy. 400 million is nothing. That's the type of stuff that'll be coming. Maybe it does hit a billion. Maybe it does hit a billion, okay? Because what you're actually going to see, friends, is the most amazing thing of a bull market. You know how the crowd gets trapped? I've got to tell you the full story. The crowd only gets trapped at the end. At the start, there's no trapping. At the start, the crowd's targets are actually met. They are. It just gives them so much confidence to think every other target can be met. And a few of them do get met. So you will see there's going to be a crowd. I'm not joking. There's probably going to be one coin. It hits like 30 billion or whatever. And they're just going to cheer for 100 billion. 100 billion. Could be Pepe community. Could be Pepe. Who knows? And then actually something will hit there. It will hit there and they're cheering for it. And you're like, oh my gosh, we yelled about the target. We hit the target. Then it's going to inspire everybody else to do that. And some of them are going to hit targets. Okay. But in that mania, there becomes misallocation of capital. That's where the market starts to get irrational. They go, hey, okay, just because like target A and target B got hit from these two communities doesn't mean everything else needs to, right? They're unicorns. You see, but in the midst of that mania, you will be called like a soy boy bear. You're like, how are you even doubting this? Look at all this amazing stuff here. How can you even be skeptical? But in that mania, hopefully we're like 50x higher than today. And you have the luxury of protecting yourself just in case the non-believers don't turn out to be as strong as you hoped for. Don't forget he loves you. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.